Adolfo, Yansheni year very soon traveling to the USA as a Ghanaian may become very, very hard. As it stands now, Nigerians been on air bread to secure visa in terms of traveling to the USA because of fraud. Yeah, now from all indications, it seems that Ghanaians are gradually taking over this internet scam and fraud from Nigerians. Why am I saying this? Quite recently, NIT say yache Hajiah4Real. The offense and it's defrauded some US citizens of over $4 million in romance scam or pretend this on your muditi. Na chese watching omusika ediaba ono ne account mu ewo Ghana. In fact, recently FBI stormed Ghana ebe private investigation. Ayatiti says some people are secretly on their wanted list. Now, in case you don't know, Hajiah4Real pleaded guilty. And his sentencing is still underway. Omoche and the culprit and sana oma sentencing. Now, and just a few months after that, news abase yasanswa two Ghanaians living in the USA. The omo yeah any wire fraud. Omo intercepting Crawford email na oma chisika if you want to transfer money somewhere. Na just omo ama fake bank account details. Not just so I transfer that particular money into such account. These two Ghanaians, no, just almost the 3 years scam some US companies and individuals of over $7 million. That is within 3 years. Omo yeah so no omo and stay low key and a party life and I just now omo live in the USA. Now say and at this particular news adomonline.com a report here. Almost see 2 Ghanaians arrested in US for fraud. 2 Ghanaian American citizens are in police custody in the United States over offenses including wire fraud that fetched them about $7 million over 3 years. The main suspect, Kelvin Nkwantabisa, is in the custody of U.S. Marshals in Broward County. A local news outlet, Local 10, reported on Friday, May 24th. Kelvin Nkwantabisa, 31, of Atlanta, also known by the aliases Kelvin Brown and K.O., remained held in the Broward main jail Friday as he faced 6 federal charges, including conspiracy to commit wire fraud, and conspiracy to commit money laundering, the Local 10 report said. The other suspect, Justice Amon, also known as Samuel Andrews of the Bronx, New York, is being prosecuted in the Southern District of Florida. The names of their 2 and co-conspirators were given as John Josan of Canal, Winchester, Ohio, and Licia Moe, also known as Deborah Green of Acworth, Georgia. MyNewsGH.com reports that Amon and Nkwantabisa both schooled in Ghana and left the country after secondary education to settle in the USA, where the alleged crimes took place. The federal indictment also mentions unnamed co-conspirators. Modus operandi, it states that co-conspirators compromise victims' business email account for the purpose of monitoring and intercepting emails, specifically those discussing wire transfer payments. Pretending to be legitimate business partners, the co-conspirators sent emails containing false and fraudulent requests for payment and wire instructions to victims that induced the victims to transfer money into bank accounts the group controlled, prosecutors allege. 5 victims of the scheme. The indictment lists 5 victims of the scheme, all unidentified, ranging from a corporation in Coral Springs to a company in Suffolk, England, and an investor in Auckland, New Zealand. Those entities wired more than $7 million to bank accounts controlled by the quartet and other co-conspirators. The group facing charges as well as their co-conspirators opened shell companies and bank accounts in the names of those shell companies for the purpose of receiving stolen victim funds, prosecutors allege. Authorities said the con went on from as early as August 2022 and continued through this March. The Coral Springs company alone lost more than $1.3 million to the scheme, according to the indictment. Main suspect appears in court. Nkwantabisa appeared in Fort Lauderdale Federal Court on Thursday, according to court records. He is scheduled for an arraignment and detention hearing in front of a magistrate judge next Thursday. According to federal court records, Amo and Josan were also taken into custody in New York and Ohio respectively this week. Moore was not in custody as of Friday, authorities said. All face decades in federal prison if convicted. As a training in and said these two Ghanaians, Kelvin Nkwantabisa, do not friend Kelvin Brown, and a main suspect. Now Kelvin Nkwantabisa any justice amu and I just this way fraud. And your monkwa one crofobia say omu 3 so far. Other people are also being watched and investigated. Now the omu and it says a company be a pese omu business with another company almost spammy emails. Not just omu that particular email. Until only omu didi in common say we pay be up away from a legit company no omu intercept email no more reply as those companies na chese mu agree to buy na oma bank account o transfer sika echemu chese edi ewo ho oma wia o eno no na enye we nkwa na oma ya according to report no chese oma wia sika through various means chese company cry lose $1.3 million. The omo ye any so mu be shell companies and it's a company exist betimi be just any company no more register bank account in those companies name utresia unya that particular company just say a fraudulent company now no transactive business in the name of a legit company who transfer sika na just say de year for the vanishing. Now, according to this particular report, no yachiom ama this same Kelvin Nkwantabisa court once. Almost say on sign so embra court BM so far police for asuni muse twe say almost still investigating. Now say almost convicted two no that is Kelvin the main suspect any any accomplice a friend justice amono they could be jailed for over 10 years in prison. Now, in case you don't know, according to reports, they were purely Ghanaians. HSA, a war more Ghana after SHS and HSA 2 coin equal USA say only for them to enter into particular business. Adolfo, away and the new fraudsters HSA or disgraced Ghanaians out there. Forget Hajiah4Real, these are the two fraudsters. They've been able to overthrow the legacy of Hajiah4Real. Any update everybody should they be sentenced? Yeah, the for the meantime, Adolfo, this is the disgrace some Ghanaians are putting us through. Vimbas TV so and movie.
Vimbas TV.